everybody, thank you for joining me. I've got a couple of my minis to share with you today. These are the two finished minis from what I've made from the chapter 1 inspiration box. So we've made a few things on camera to go in it, but I just thought I'd show you the final flip through. So this is the extra one that I did off camera. So I'll show you this first. It is it's a trifold mini, 4.5. So it's 4.5, which is about 115. Yeah, 115 in new money or whatever. So I see it's a little chubby. It's a little chubby one, as we say in Yorkshire. So I've used some of the nice ribbon as a tie, and the cover is a trifold cover, and if you recall I did some stitching on there and a little bit of collage on there. And then we open it out. Now you'll find as it's used, it's lovely to hold in your hand. It's just a lovely size actually, this, and it has got 3 coats of matte medium of the Ranger multi-medium. I love this actually for the covers. I do like Mod Podge for doing decoupage or what have you, but that matte medium gives it a lovely silky feel. Okay, so open out. So we've got the page block in there, and then in here we've just got a pocket and one of the tags, and it's backed so you can do some journaling on there. A bit awkward, I'm sort of trying to do it around the camera here. Okay, so this is mainly the papers. I think most of the papers that are in here are either our own tea and avocado dyed, or sometimes I've got some pressed flowers, some pressed flower dyed papers, and then from some of the kits from chapter 1. So plenty of space for journaling, and yeah. Here I've got one of my side tucks from one of my sewn, can't think what they're called now, sewn snippet rolls, couldn't think then. Just a little bit of a tag with some of the ledger paper that was left. This is the envelope. Let me put that down on there to hold it down. This is the envelope, one of the envelopes from the kit, so the flap of that just gives a tuck spot. I have put, there was a snippet left of the pianola roll, and I put that in there so you can put it wherever you like. If I put it on sale, I might keep it actually. So we've got some, this is vintage Spanish dictionary from my stash here. I've used some of the lace to make a pretty broderie anglaise pocket, and that's one of the tags already done that chapter 1 girls already did. Here I've got one of the journaling cards that we made, some of the out of the kit. So I've tried to use everything out of the kit. If there's any oddments, I've tried to use, I've got a few leftover bits of paper and trim from another journal I've made from some other chapter 1 papers, but seeing as it was their box, I thought I'd utilise those. So you saw on camera making this pocket out of the lovely material, one of the tags. Here we've got again another journaling card, and I've done some altered paper clips, so because I quite liked having the ribbons and things showing out of the top. And let me just show you the next page, and then I can pin it together. So the next page opens up, plenty of journaling space, and then I've put one of the journaling cards in there. So I've just clipped those two together. I can't get it back in there. Just clip those together and that gives, see how lovely all the trims coming out the top look. I don't always make journals like that, but I just thought with these little minis it looked effective. This is some of the, for one of the set of papers, I think it is the summertime set from chapter 1. That was some left over from another journal. And I thought it looked really pretty on there. This is from one of their previous kits. This keeps sliding around. Stay. Okay, so plenty. I didn't want to, you know, over embellish it because I know people like to put their own stuff in, and I know I do a lot of writing in my journals if I keep it for myself. Spanish dictionary. This is the wallpaper out of the kit. This is the lovely vellum. I've put that next to some of our avocado dyed paper. I thought that gave a nice effect actually. You could see the pink through there. Some more paper. Again, you saw the bit of the frieze that I made pockets with. This is one of the tags that was ready done. I've backed it with some graph paper and done a little bit of wax overlay on top of it just so that the pattern stands out a bit better. Put a Tracy Fox label on there. I know they weren't in the kit, but yeah, you can't beat a little label. And I've just put some of my sari, a little bit of sari that I got left over, and some. Okay, some backed paper. Little flip out there. Plenty of writing space. I thought, you know, they're handy to put in your handbag, your purse. These little minis. Lovely embossing of the papers and the card that you get in this kit. This box, love this. This is one of my favourites. This with the little bird on. Which I think's in the summertime. Have a summertime or lovely tulips or something. Used our doily in the middle. I've left this without anything on. It's just tied in a little bow, so you know, if I do decide to sell it, then people can put their own little charms or do whatever. Cut it short. Lovely mix of writing papers. The fold out one. Oops. There we go. And just a little snippet tag that I made with some leftover scraps, bit of my scrap sari silk on there, the other part of the frieze pocket that we did, and yeah, lovely avocado. I've noticed that you know, the colour of the papers that you get from doing your avocado dye, they just alter so much depends on the avocado, and sometimes you get it more dark looking, sometimes lighter pink. Just done a batch that are very pale pink, which I think is great because you know, you've got different tones that you can use if you're putting them in your work. Lovely printed vellum from the box. That's the back of the wallpaper. Now what I've done here is we've got one of the envelopes, and I've put it as a tuck spot there, so it's got a secret. I've just left that sticking out a bit so that it reminded me to tell you. I've put some of the ribbon trim, and it's got a secret messaging spot inside, and then when you can also tuck something in there if you want to keep that a bit private. And then we've got a tuck spot here, so if, for example, let me get a bit of, oh, that looks quite nice in there actually. I'll do a bit of something on that, and then I'll put that in. Then I've done a fold out with the beautiful embossed little bag that you get in, and in there I've just done a little on the tags that come These are the stamp kit, one of the stamp kits from chapter 1, and I've just put one of those on. I thought that looked just the right size for there. And yeah, Spanish dictionary there, and again here we've got a fold out. And what I've done with this is the really fragile paper, handmade paper that's in there. I've just backed excuse me, frog in my throat, just backed a scrap piece of ledger and a bit of trim and a little baby tag that just fits in there. And again there, this is one of the tags that I did with the chiffon top. Then this is the other pocket that we did with a little bit of slow stitch on there, and that's backed to make it more substantial. I've backed it on the other side of the card, the embossed card, a little one of the journaling cards that we made together. Just a little bit of a flip there, a bit more Spanish dictionary. And this one, it's just a bit of a scrappy pad to write on, and again it's got one of the beautiful pieces of handmade paper there. It's really pretty, it's like lace. And then on the other side another tag, another journaling card with an altered paper clip, again with the chiffon on. Here another one of my snippet side tucks. I haven't put stuff in every little thing, so you can you know, you can do some of your own. It's a bit of a flick with some card and material, some more of the paper, and then we're back to the pocket, and that's that one. And we'll tie that back up. So this is the month of June mini, because it's on the original papers. I was a bit sad that I'd ended up, because I wanted the month of June and it was something like really old date on there, and I've ended up covering it up with this. I was really cross with myself for doing that, because I especially wanted the date to show, because it's, you know, original vintage ledger. But never mind, it's done now. So that's that one. Okay. So I'll quickly introduce you to this next one. I'm hoping this is in frame for you. Slightly bigger, this one. This is 5.5 if I remember correctly. And I've made a wraparound tie just with some sari silk. So let's open. As I say, these will soften out, and but that's not going to be strong enough now. Perhaps just. Okay, so what I've done with this, I'll show you the outside first. This again is one of the trifold minis, and I've done some decoupage on there, used some of the material from the kit, Tracy Fox label. It's got 3 layers of multi-matte medium on it. I've decided I don't think that's going to be heavy enough. It's not very fancy way of showing off the finished work, is it? Having my glue stuck on it, but as I say, you know, it will become more flexible the more it's used. So just a little bit of with some leftovers, so you don't need to throw hardly anything out. Stay. Okay, so what I've done with this is I've put some vintage hanky inside it, and I've got one of the bulb pins that came with the box. Now, when I finish showing it you, my idea behind that, before it got too chunky, too chubby, was to it tied up together just to keep it in a nice little bundle for wrapping up, but as you can see, it's got bigger and bigger, so it's just a nice little dangle on there from some vintage handkerchief that I got in my stash. I've made that into a book page. Some card from my stash, thought this went with it pretty. This is some of my own background papers that are made with scrim. That's just digital of that. This is one of the cards that I made when we did the little pieces of material to make cards and using chiffon. Just got really some smaller papers. I've not used every single paper from the kit because we're not, you know, obviously I wanted to put some extras in. Some of the pianola, I love that, Fini pianola paper. Some eco dye paper. I have got loads of lovely eco dyed digital prints from Susan Taylor Brown. Her Etsy shop's Poppiness, and I do some work on her design team. She does fantastic eco dyeing, and yeah, thought that went nicely. A little bit of card that was left in my stash. Made a pocket there, and I've got 2 cards in here. So what I did with this is, again, this is handmade paper out of the box and one of the tags, and I thought that you didn't need anything else on that. I thought that looked really pretty as it is. Just put a little bit of the seam binding ribbon, or is it sari ribbon, that was in the kit, and then a little baby journaling card that we made out of bits and bobs in the box. Nice writing paper. So I've tried to use a lovely assortment, eclectic mix of little pieces of paper in here. Spanish dictionary from my collection, avocado dyed paper, some beautiful card from my stash, and what I've done here is, this is the flap of the envelope that came in the kit. So again, we've got some private journaling in there. Wouldn't necessarily be obvious that that's a journaling space inside there. You want to put some secret messages in. And I've also done made a little belly band with some of the fabric, and again little tags and a little stamp from chapter 1 stamps. This has got very pale pansies on there. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Again, plenty of writing space in this. Went out of the oh, I thought we were at the middle then. Fabric journaling card that I've made from the fabrics, and another one there. On this side I've done a tag using up the pieces of material. We did that the other day with some sari ribbon binding. Some dictionary, Spanish dictionary, very, very old, this Spanish dictionary. Again, we've got a tag here with some collage on, and the other side a little stamp from chapter 1 stamps. Look at that, that's gorgeous. That's when I love doing some avocado dyeing, when you get all different coloration. Spanish dictionary. Some eco dyeing, Susan Taylor Brown. Some more card. Another tag there with one of my little flower and French knots. When I was at college, when I went to do my City and Guilds in embroidery, they just called me the French knot queen. I used to shove a French knot on everything. I just love them. I find them so relaxing to do. This is a bit of a label. I've just tucked it in here so that whoever buys this can put it where they like. Again, lovely papers, plenty of space for writing on. Another belly band made with the material and laces. Little heart that came in the kit. I thought, you know, leave that to be decorated however people want. Again, another tag. This has got some of the seam binding type, I think it's sari silk actually, with a little bit of the really fine blue ribbon that they've got in the kit, and obviously we made that with the material, squares, and yeah. Some more Spanish dictionary. I did actually do Spanish for O level many years ago. Little pocket. And this is one of the tags out of the kit. How pretty is that? I did chop some of the bottom off because I've reutilised some bits off the bottom of tags. I didn't want them so big with it being a mini, so I've used every little scrap for something. And again here we've got a lovely journaling card with the embossing on, and on this side we've got a tag with just some linen tab on the top there, a bit of vintage linen from my stash. That's the other page of the pianola roll. I love these old, they're very shiny and silky. Put one of my little flowers on there, and this is the back of the linen page. And then in the middle here I've also repurposed this tag and used some other of that, and I've added some of the paper that was in the kit, and I've just put an eyelet in there, a little bit of lace and a lovely fine blue ribbon, and put that in a little pocket which I made with some of the music paper. Did a little collage there, and then I also have put another little bit of trim in there to be used wherever. And then at the very back page here we've got another collage pocket, and in here I've made a tag with some more of the embossed paper that they chapter 1 did, with some gold embossing on there, and a little bit of material to hold it in place. I'm losing my heart, it's gone in there. And then I've made just a little bit of a tag there with some of the paper, and again some vintage linen to make a bit of a tab, and then a little pretty heart which was in one of the other chapter 1 kits. So there we have it. That's the second mini that I've made, and I've got a couple more projects that I've made still out of the box. I've found it really exciting to challenge myself to make stuff out of this box, and there's loads left. So this is mini journal 35, I'm going to call this, and so that's the 2 of them that I've made already out of the chapter 1 inspiration box 2. So we've got the month of June mini, and we've got the number 35 mini, and hope you enjoy those. You may see them springing up in my Etsy shop soon. Go and take a look if you will, please, if there's anything you like. And thank you for joining me today. Don't forget, if you'll like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next video. Thanks for joining me, guys. Stay safe. Bye for now.